Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, and today we're looking at Desktop Dungeons 98. I have played about 2 hours of this game so far. I have 32% of the achievements unlocked. There's 5 pages right here, as you can see. When you start this game, you're going to load it up and you're going to have some tutorial stuff go on. So that button right there brings you to your desktop. My screen went black for a second because that's what it does. It's kind of like a save for work option. So you can be playing and if something comes up, click on that, and there you go. Yeah, tutorial kind of pops up. It teaches you a couple things. There is meta progression. So as you can see, there's a list of upgrades right here that you can get. You get the coins from playing the game, which we'll see here in a little bit. Milo's mining. You unlock this later on. Every minute you survive in the game, you get a pickaxe, and you can mine different layers. Grass is the easiest, goes down to stone. And when you hit this number right here, so it's not always 3. I think the last time I did it was 6. You end up getting these gems, which goes somewhere. I haven't figured that out just yet. Burial Bay, this is what you get for beating the first boss. I think Milo's Mine is the second boss in the game that you get from the area number 2. You can bury items and they're more likely to appear during a run. This is the scrap weapon, which I'll show here in a minute. So yeah, you kind of usually just jump right into it. I think when you first start, you unlock with just a classic mouse. And each one of these have something special to it. So this one kind of is like magic missile. It shoots like a little ball. This one has a click in the middle of the screen that auto clicks. It's kind of cool. Minesweeper guy. There's just a lot of different weapons and types you can go, and I think there is like upgrades. I think I've gotten it for the twig. It's the only one I've been able to find so far. Best weapon in the game so far that I also think as well would be scrap. I haven't had a lot of success with scrap. You get 10% level skill in the recycling bin, so it's more favored for that. And XP heals 0.1 HP, which is not a lot, but you get a lot of experience points if you're used to like survivor games. They drop those little crystals, and there you go. So when you log in, you're going to push right click and it's going to show the map. You see these doors up here. You can either click on them yourselves or you can push WASD the corresponding way. So I'm going to go up, push W. There's breakables in the game that you can click on and open them up and get. And the goal is, don't let them hit your mouse pretty much. So this game is very fast paced, I'd say. Right now it doesn't really seem like it, but it will pick up very quickly. And we get a couple of different things we can look at here. The first one is going to be scheduler. As you see, clock speed decreases by 10. So this is your clock down here. Once this goes, this room is done, and you move on. And it gets harder and harder the more rooms you go to. Chest is a new weapon that'll fall from the sky, which I think I'm going to do that one, and then increase the gold. So this is a new weapon. Oopsie. So yeah, when you choose an upgrade, you also want to, there's the chest weapon. You also want to make sure you put your mouse somewhere where there's not enemies in that location. We're going to upgrade our recycling bin. There's a new weapon there. So yeah, and as you hear the clock ticking, tick, 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 it's getting ready to end. 2 seconds, 1 second. I'm not going to be able to look at it too much. But let's see. We'll do... This is kind of like the Holy Bible if you're used to that in Vampire Survivors. So, no, it's not. This is like the Magic Missile, sorry. This is the Magic Missile one. This one, I might do this one. So, bucket of paint. We're going to go up. And you'll see. It's kind of self-explanatory if you've played any of these games before, like what they do. Enemies run into the paint and take some damage. I think the best one still, though, is like I said, this scrap bucket. It's like a shotgun blast. It's really, really good. And it gets pretty fast the more upgrades you get. So it's what's been able to carry me, because this game can be pretty difficult, especially like going to the second floors. It picks up like really fast. So this game does have a little bit of difficulty to it. Reduces damage received by 10%. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the bucket of paint. So I've never been able to beat the second floor in any of the maps. I might have on the Grove, although I don't think I did. I might have gotten close. Just because they get like 10 times faster, they do like twice the amount of damage, and they it's just difficult. So right now we've got kind of the easier enemies. When you get those flying ones, that's when it game over. So cat fishing pool. Cast a line, swings around, you can grapple. So yeah, you can move your mouse around and just launches them. CD bounces off the wall, so it's kind of like the I think that's the one that's like bounces around like that's screen like back in the old day, the DVDs, logo. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like a DVD logo where you want it to hit the corner. So there's a lot of unique weapons in the game, I will say. I do think they're really pretty cool. There's a blue screen of death right there. Let's see, I'm going to get it. There you go. Blue screen of death. That's pretty cool. So some of these enemies you're able to kind of train around. Man, I keep getting hit. You can kind of train them around. So that's kind of like a strategy. For some of them, of course. Binary bomb, I'll show it. This is pretty cool. some enemies you can't really do that with. Sometimes it doesn't work. You'll get cornered. And as you can see, like, those beetle things, they get stuck on items in the map. And we got a cookie. So cookie's gonna heal. I'm gonna see if I can kind of save it just a little bit longer because I might get hit. Like that, I just ran right into him. Dr. Watson's health, chest upgrade, cursor range. So cursor range, I don't usually go for that just because at the very end of the level, when this goes all the way down, it'll end up sucking it all into you. So I feel like that's going to be kind of like a waste of an upgrade, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm sleeping on something I don't know about. We're going to go ahead and do a health upgrade. And it's kind of interesting because the health upgrades are so small at the moment, and I haven't actually looked at the upgrade tree to see like what you can probably upgrade that to. I wonder if there's like one where it's like gain an extra, 0.1 health. But it's so small that usually you can't feel the difference with having it, honestly. It's kind of like one of those things where you might gain a couple of health, but when they do 4, like you just only did like 4.6 or something like that, they did an insane amount of damage on you. It doesn't help out. So I got 1,154 coins. Increases weapon projectile speed by 20%, but weapon doesn't fire for 3.1 seconds after entering the room. So that might be pretty decent to... See, it says projectile speed, so I think that means it's going to shoot more. I'm not going to do it on my recycling bin, even though that's my favorite one. I'm going to probably do it on... Let's do it on binary bomb. And if you click on the kitten, I'm not going to do it yet. It'll give you some health. I'm going to wait. Let's see. So with this class, we automatically get a Dr. Watson, which is the health thing. So it's on the second level upgrade. So we're getting 0.4 every second instead of 0.2. So in case you were wondering why that's the case, it's just because this class that we chosen has that. Just another reason why it's nice. So yeah, this game does have boss rooms that you'll end up finding as well. I think actually the next one over here, I think this is the boss room, which is kind of interesting because if this isn't the final one, which it should be, we should get like a chest at the end of this level. If we don't, then this is the first time I've ever been cornered into doing a boss room before reaching the final level of a floor. Let's see, we're going to do, I guess we'll do game war experience and we'll get this blue screen of death. I am definitely not an expert on this game by any means. I still have quite a bit to go ahead and learn and get. I'm only 2 hours in. Open 12 chest cross rounds. Now available Chester. Bonus gain +1 revive every 20 levels up to 60. So I think that's going to be a new class to buy and purchase. And we're going to go ahead and we'll hit back here, hit the kitten. So now we're at 99.5. So we'll be able to get full health. And this is the second boss. Oop. So with this, you're just going to keep moving your mouse whenever he disappears. Okay, then when he does this, you can kind of sit underneath him. Help, yeah. And it really helps having like quite a few multiple weapons for this guy as well. Like if I just had this trash can scrap bucket, I don't think I'd have much success in beating him. Because I've tried this before with just the scrap bucket, and you don't want to get too close because those are scythe things, but at the same time you need to get close in order to hit the scrap bucket hit it. So it was causing me all kinds of problems when I did this last time. And like I said, there's a lot more unique items in this game that I think are really cool. It really fits that 98's aesthetic, which is, you'd hope so, because that's what the entire game's about. I'm doing an awful job at keeping my distance from him. It's right here, I got underneath him. I think this game's about $5. I'd have to look and see. I bought it like when it first came out. So I might have had like an introductory sale. I don't remember. I don't find this one as addicting as other Survivor-like clones. But I will say if you are looking for another hit of something, this is definitely a more unique one. And it's not bad by any means. I think the reason why I don't enjoy it as much as I think I would is because upgrades can be a little tricky to kind of get at first. Like when I first started playing this, I had my wife actually play it first. So I watched her and she played a couple runs and she was getting all these upgrades left and right and left. And I started playing it and I wasn't getting them. And I was going like multiple runs in a row and I was really sucking. So increases weapon crit by 2, slows damaged enemies by 37 per 2 seconds. So that's not too horrible. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll put that in. I'll put that in the paint bucket 'Cause I don't think I'm able to get another one for my scrap guy, but we'll see, because this is going to pick up. But she was playing and she was getting upgrades left and right, and then I played for like the first hour and I wasn't getting anything. And I was like, man, what did you do when you played? I know I watched you, but I don't remember what you did. I'm having a very difficult time trying to get somewhere. And my very next run, I unlocked like 8 different things. Like, it just was boom, 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 boom. It was really actually quite neat. Oh, let's see. There you go. Died. This run's kind of lasts not that long. And let's see. I'm gonna kind of go over here and we'll see what happens. This ain't looking good, so I'm assuming it's probably one of these ones. So there's that minigame. But yeah, you kind of discovering and unlocking things kind of happens either all at once or not at all for a while. So it's a little annoying. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're here to play the game. So you're gonna play it, and it's just gonna be that's just it. You're gonna play it. You're gonna unlock things. So yeah, so it's like right here, increases HP per second by 0.1 per upgrade. So that was level 2. Let's go to level 1. I'm gonna go ahead and binary bomb, bubble blower. See, I don't know what bubble blower is, so I'm gonna look at bubble blower. Let's go ahead and just purchase that and try it, just because it sounds interesting. We'll go to level 1. This should be a quicker kind of run. So this is where you first start out. Okay, interesting. It's like a machine gun, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it is constantly firing, which is kind of nice. Man, I feel like I'm not getting hit, but I am. Like, I obviously see I'm getting hit, but I feel like I'm staying far enough away where I shouldn't be. I didn't see what the upgrade did, but I saw it said it was like 0.277. Let's see, speed. This is actually kind of nice. And that's the thing, like I said, they're unique weapons, so they kind of... all it takes for you to unlock one cool weapon, and it's like, okay, well, this is kind of my playstyle. That's what I like. We're just going to keep going away with this. So I don't know if you saw that there was a flower box weapon, and what that does is it creates these boxes that get shot, and you can click on them, and they bounce around the room. So they're constantly bouncing around, and they change shapes. They kind of go in, come out, and they're like they're not a hexagon, but they're like a cootie catcher kind of shape looking thing. I usually end up dying more so to using that than it's worth, because I'm constantly trying to click it. So yeah, there's a lasso. I can see it, and I'm just trying to goof off with this thing now, and I'm going to end up dying. It's probably not smart for me to be having something like this, because I can't help myself. It's like, I want to try it. I want to do it. I took so much damage. Oh, Lord. Okay, so there's a tree. Let's go this. I think I'm going to try to not pay attention to that so much. Like, if you're that kind of person that can play with that, definitely an interesting thing, because it does do a lot of damage, looks like. I said I'm not going to play with it as I go and play with it. I'm doing all right, though. Just going to give me my chance. So here we go. I do like this bubble thing actually a lot. I'm glad I kind of checked it out, because I wasn't going to. But I thought, oh, why not? It might be fun to look at. So flower box. Once again, probably shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. Because now it's just something else to kind of distract me. Oh, man, I'm getting hit left and right. Luckily, the shop's next, so I'll get a little bit of health, but I'm definitely not regenerating the health that I've already lost. So right here, we can get heal for 25. I'm going to go ahead and just choose that, just because I'm not ready to die yet. We'll do the bubble over speed. So we'll go down to the kitten. We'll click on her for 15 health. Increase weapon crit by 4 by HP recovery. So yeah, this one's basically saying, since I don't have any health, that's the map. I don't have any recovery. I'll basically be losing health for having this thing, so I'm definitely not going to be buying that. No, thank you. Kind of need the help that I can get. Oh. See, and I don't like... I think what's going on is I have too much going on with my cursor. It's making me hard to focus, for me personally. I keep wanting to look at things, and my eyes aren't focusing on the right thing. Like I said, this is probably more so player error and not really the game's fault. So weapon reduce, so it's going to shoot a little bit faster. That'll be nice. So we got that. So yeah, so you can just click those bounces away. But playing with that, like I said, usually gets me killed. Oh man. Yeah, as you see those butterfly things, you don't have like any rhyme or reason where they're flying. They kind of just bounce. They'll go and they'll bounce and they'll hit and they'll bounce. So I might not make it this time. I only got 3.4 health. Yeah, someone tells me I'm not gonna be making this one. This will probably be the last. Oh, cookie. This will probably be my last run of the video. So we'll see how much longer we got. Oh, okay. So Minesweeper stick. I'll show you the cookie. Cookie's kind of cool. So obviously this is in reference to Cookie Clicker. So when you click on the cookie, oh, I guess you don't. I thought you got 0.1 health. So that must be only if you have the class. So if you choose the cookie class itself, it is like a health generator, but it's not enough to keep you alive because it's only 0.1. So I find that if I want to make a lot of money, I'll just do a quick level 1 run with usually scrap, and I'll make a lot of money off of that, and you can also get some interesting fun builds. And then discoveries, I don't think it's going to tell me. I don't think it will because it's secret. Yeah, but I'll show you. So there is more for me to unlock and get. So corrupted weapon. Okay, so maybe these right here. Don't take damage for 3 in a row. So this is how you can unlock new discoveries. So almost all these are like that. There is a gambling little room in here too. So there'll be a guy with cards, and you can click on that, and he basically will be like, oh, you know, you have this chance to be higher than what I got, and if you do it, you'll get the bonus. If you don't, then you lose something, whether it's, you know, an extra life or you'll take damage or however. So it's a really cool, unique kind of spin on the genre. I like the aesthetic. I think it is definitely worth it if you are craving for another game like this. If you play this before, you know what you're getting into. It's a little more difficult than the other ones, and I think definitely as you get some of these upgrades, and I was debating upon whether or not I should make a video now or if I should just wait until I get more upgrades. I figured I'd do one now, and then if I do keep playing this and get some more upgrades, I'll show like kind of the after. I think that will really help. They are quite expensive for what they give you, but I think once you kind of get rolling a little bit, it might help. You know, it'll kind of start snowballing down, especially if I probably already go for greed. And it wouldn't take that long, honestly, to kind of get some of these. It's just more so the idea like, oh, there's just so much. But at the same time, that's kind of what you want for a game. If you're paying your money for it, you want to get a lot of content out of it. And this is definitely one that they can give you the content for. So yeah, if you made it this far, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and comment what you want to see more of. Thank you, and have a good day.